We are joining by Mr. Sidharth, who is the part of Bahutva Karnataka team, and they have a report card on performance of impact of Karnataka government 2019-2023, and the topic what they've chosen is agriculture sector. Totally, how you see this overall agriculture sector when it comes to the BJP government has taken care for like 4 years.
So we have first looked at what were the challenges in front of the government when it came to power. What was the situation of the agriculture sector? What were some of the challenges there? What was required to be done? And then based on that, we have analyzed the steps that have been taken by the government and whether it has helped the farmers or it has negatively impacted the farmers. So our overall assessment is that the performance of the government has been very bad. We have given grade E to the government, which is like they have almost very close to failing in terms of the performance in the agriculture sector.
But here in government of Karnataka, they keep boosting about farmer and lot of things because they always say farmer are the backbone of a nation. And have you?
No, so of course every government will claim that it is pro farmer, it is pro the people. But if you look at the actual actions and the kind of steps they have taken, what the impact of those steps on the farmers and the response of the farmers themselves. We have seen one of the biggest farmer movement in the last 4 years, both in Delhi as well as in Karnataka. There were a lot of protests against the steps taken by the government. So I think those are empty claims. If you talk to the farmers, they will tell you that in the last 4 years, their situation has become worse from what it was when the BJP government came to power 4 years back.
So what actually went wrong? What could be the reason why they could not concentrate more into farmers?
So I think the direction of the policies that the government wanted to bring was based on what the central government was saying, and the direction of the policy was towards the corporate. And so if you see some of the laws which have been brought in, they are pro-corporate laws brought in to benefit corporate as opposed to the farmer. And that is the reason why in the Delhi also there was opposition to those laws. In Karnataka also there have been opposition to the laws. Some of those laws have been taken back, but some of the laws which have not been taken back are actually having a negative impact on the farmer. And corporates have benefited from those. So because the government is very close to the corporates, they want to benefit them because the corporates are funding the elections of the BJP. BJP has one of the highest funding from the corporates. It's because of these reasons that these laws were brought in, even though these laws are very harmful to the farmers, proven to be very harmful to the farmers.
So I ask you, what was the reason to bring this report? What made you to come up with this report?
So we believe that citizens, when they go to vote, they should be informed about the real issues of the people. So we have brought about a series of reports on different sectors. The idea behind bringing those reports is to give information to people about how the government has performed in across various sectors, what policies they have brought about, how they have responded to challenges, and based on that, when you go to vote on 10th of May, should keep those things in mind before deciding whom to vote and whom not to vote. That is the purpose of bringing out these reports.
So about this report, have you submitted this report card to any authorities? Any response from their side?
See, the demands or the criticism made in this report have been made by farmer groups. Some of us have been involved in analyzing the policies and giving reports to the government in the last 4 years. But this particular report is not meant for that, because now the government's tenure is over. Our purpose behind this is to say that the previous government has failed here, and whoever comes next should then act on some of these things, take up some of these policies, withdraw some of the bad policies, and deal with the challenges which is there in front of this particular sector. So the purpose is to tell the people that the last 4 years of the current government has not been good. In this instant, it has not been good. And whoever you vote, please keep what they have done for the farmers in mind and vote a government which is better for the farmer in the next 4 or 5 years.
So as we know, elections are across now. Probably in another 15 few days of time, we have elections. And again, these politicians, they end up promising farmers. So what's the message for those kind of farmers who believe them and
So message to the farmer is that you have to ensure that first of all, what you want is something that is there within the manifesto of the party which is contesting, and then you have to hold your MLA of your own area accountable to those demands, and you have to make it clear that we are not going to vote on the basis of divisive issues. We are going to vote on the basis of what you do for us and for our sector. And once that message goes very clearly to the politicians, they are going to stick, because they know that another 5 years they have to come back, or there will be some other election, they have to come back. And then the farmer is going to ask them, what have you done on all these promises? So there is no other way to ensure this other than being vigilant and being informed about what the government is doing.